अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Dear friends, we are continuing our study of the King of all holy scriptures, Srimad Bhagavatam. We are reading from the 10th canto, chapter 72, texts 40 through 46. Text number 40. Shri Shukdev Goswami is narrating this amazing story of Krishna to Maharaj Parikshit. शत्रोर्जन्ममृति विद्वान् जीवितं च जराकृतं पार्थम् आप्याययन् स्वेन तेजसा चिन्तयद्हरिः. Translations and purports by the humble disciples of our beloved founder Acharya, His Divine Grace, Srila Bhai Charanarvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Translation. Lord Krishna knew the secret of his enemy Jarasandh's birth and death, and also how he had been given life by the demoness Jara. Considering all this, Lord Krishna imparted his special power to Bhima. In the previous verses, we saw how Bhim and Jarasandh were wrestling every day from sunrise to sunset. And finally, Bhim realized that Jarasandh was a equal match for him and he could not defeat Jarasandh. But Krishna knew the solution. In life, we may be faced with serious problems. We may not know the solution to those problems. But Krishna knows the solution to every problem. Ishvara Parama Krishna, Satchidananda Vigraha. Krishna is the supreme controller. And because Krishna is the supreme controller, Ishvara Parama Krishna, he has the solution to everyone. If one does not have the solution to a problem, then one gets controlled by that problem. One gets overwhelmed by that problem. Because Krishna has the solution to every problem, he is the supreme controller. Isha means controller. Ishvara means the topmost of all controllers. And Parama Ishvara means the supermost controller of everything. Ishvara Parama Krishna. So Krishna knows the solution to every problem that existed, every problem that exists, every problem that will come into being. Krishna knows the solution to every problem. Lord Krishna knew the secret of his enemy, Jarasandha's birth and death. And therefore, he gave that knowledge to Bhim. Purport. Srila Prabhupada writes that Lord Krishna, quote, knew the mystery of the birth of Jarasandha. Jarasandha was born in two different parts from two different mothers. He was the other end of the spectrum of conjoined twins. He was born in two halves. One person born in two halves from two different mothers. That too. When his father saw that the baby was useless, he threw the two parts in the forest, where those two parts were later found by a black-hearted witch named Jara. She managed to join the two parts of the baby from top to bottom. Knowing this, Lord Krishna therefore knew how to kill Jarasandha. Text 41. Sanchintyaरिवधोपायं भीमस्यामोघदर्शनः दर्शयामास विटपन् पाटयन् इव संज्ञया. Having determined how to kill the enemy, that Lord of infallible vision, Amogha Darshana. Amogha means infallible. Amogha Darshan. Darshan means the vision. Krishna, who has infallible vision, because Krishna himself is infallible. He is Achyuta. Chuta means to fall down. Achyuta means one who never falls down, one who never stumbles, except when he sees Radharani. When Murlidhar sees Srimati Radharani, his Murli falls from his hands. As mentioned by Srila Prabodhananda Saraswati Thakur in Radhara Sudhanidhi. So Krishna is infallible. He never falls. That infallible Lord of infallible vision made a sign to Bhim. He gave an indication to Bhim how to kill Jarasandha. How? Krishna took a small little twig from a tree and tore it in half, like that, to give an indication, a hint to Bhim that this is what you should do with Jarasandha. Just tear him into half. This gives us a valuable lesson, dear friends, that Krishna is there to help us. Krishna will give us the solution, but we have to execute the solution. Krishna will tell us what to do, but we have to do. As they say in my mother tongue, Marathi language, Kelyane hota ahe re, adhi kele chipahije. Krishna will tell us what to do, but we have to do what we are supposed to do. That is what my spiritual master, His Holiness Srila Radhanath Swami Maharaj, defines sincerity as. Srila Prabhupada, of all the things, the one thing that Srila Prabhupada really stressed is sincerity. That we have to be sincere in Krishna consciousness. And my spiritual master in one class defines what is sincerity. How many of you would like to know what is sincerity? Hare Krishna. His Holiness Srila Radhanath Swami Maharaj defines sincerity as do what you are supposed to do the way you are supposed to do it. Hare Krishna. Just do what you are supposed to do the way you are supposed to do it. That is sincerity. Krishna will tell us what to do, but we have to do it. We have to execute it. As they say, And Srila Prabhupada quotes this in his purports. God helps those who help themselves. Krishna's mercy is causeless, but Krishna's mercy is not blind. Krishna's mercy is causeless, but Krishna's mercy is not blind. It is causeless, but it will come to those who deserve it. That's inconceivable, right? If it is causeless, then how? Yes, because the rain is falling everywhere. But if we hide indoor, then we will not be touched by the rain. So Krishna's mercy is raining everywhere around us through the Bhakti Center, through the morning Bhagavatam classes, through the Thursday night kirtans, through so many different programs that the Bhakti Center organizes. There is the Harinam Sankirtan in Manhattan. So many things are happening. Srila Prabhupada's books are there. In this way, Krishna's mercy is showering. We have to go and soak in the mercy. If we hide behind closed doors, then the mercy, even though it is available, it will not touch us. So, Krishna tells us what to do, but we have to do it. So, Krishna did not kill Jarasandh for Bhima. Our Bhima Prabhu just entered the room. Welcome, Bhima Prabhu. Hare Krishna. So, Krishna did not kill Jarasandh for Bhima, but he indicated, gave a hint to Bhim how to kill Jarasandh, and Bhim had to do it. And how he does it? Let's read. Tad vidnyaya mahasatvo Bhima praharatam varaha गृहीत्वा पादयो शत्रुम पातयाम आसभूतले. Tad vidnyaya, understanding. Understanding this hint of Krishna. That is also important. Krishna will tell us what to do, but we have to understand Krishna. And unless we are devotees of Krishna, we cannot understand Krishna. Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavanaschasmi tatvata. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that only a devotee can understand me. A non-devotee may think that I understand Krishna, but actually they misunderstand Krishna. Really, even in ordinary dealings, when there is a relationship of love, when there is a close relationship, then we can understand the person. Otherwise, sometimes the actions and the words of a person can be misunderstood. But if we really know the person, we are in sync with the person, then we can understand what the person is doing, what the person is saying. Similarly, it is true with Krishna. If we are devotees of Krishna, then we can understand Krishna. If we are not devotees of Krishna, then we are likely to misunderstand Krishna. Bhim could understand Krishna's hint because Bhim was a devotee of Krishna's. So Bhim understood. Tad Vidnyaya. He understood the indication of Krishna. Mighty Bhim. Mahasatta Bhima. Mighty Bhim was the best of the fighters. Praharatam Varaha. Varaha means the best. And Praharata means among the fighters. Bhima, who was the best among the fighters, what did he do? Grihitva padayo shatrum. He seized the feet of the enemy. He grabbed the feet of Jarasandh and threw him on the ground. Patayamasa bhutale. He made him fall on the ground by grabbing his legs. Krishna never falls. Achyut. But Jarasandh fell by the indication that Krishna gave to Bhim. So Jarasandh is on the ground now. Bhim is holding both his legs. Let's see what happens. एकं पादं पदाक्रम्य दोर्भ्याम् अन्यं प्रगृह्य सः कूदतः पाटयाम् आस शाखम् इव महागजः. Bhim pressed down on one leg of Jarasandh with his own foot, while grabbing Jarasandh's other leg with his hands. And just as a great elephant might break the branch of a tree, Bhim tore Jarasandh apart from the anus upward. Gudataha means from the anus. He just ripped apart the body of Jarasandh in two halves, holding his legs. एकपादोरु वृषण कटि पृष्ठ स्तनाम सके एक भाव अक्षि भ्रूकरणे भ्रूकरणे शकले ददृशु प्रजाः. King Jarasandh's subjects then saw their king Jarasandh lying in two separate pieces. His body was ripped apart in two halves, each with a single leg, single thigh, single testicle, single hip, single shoulder, single arm, eye, eyebrow, and ear, and with half a back and half chest. Two halves. He was just lying on the ground. हाहाकारो महानासीन निहते मगधेश्वरे पूजयाम आसतुर्भीमं परिरभ्य जयाच्युत जयाच्यतौ. With the death of Magadeshwar, the lord, the king of Magad, means after the death of Jarasandh, the king, a great cry of lamentation arose. Hahakar, Mahan, Asit. Oh, 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 what happened? What? Everyone was aghast. Everyone was lamenting. While Arjun and Krishna congratulated Bhim by embracing him. Pujayam asatur bhimam and parirabhya jaya chutau. Jaya is one of the names of Arjun. Arjun has 10 names. One of his names is Jay. And Achyuta is Krishna. And Au is used because dual, two of them. Both of them, Arjun and Krishna, Jayachyutau, Parirabhya, they embraced Bhim and congratulated him. While the citizens of Magad were Hahakaro Mahanasit, they were lamenting loudly the death of their king Jarasandh. This is the nature of this world, my dear friends. The devotees and the non-devotees are always in opposite camps. That's just how this world is. This is a world of dualities. Here we see Hahakaro Mahanasin, that the citizens of Magad were lamenting and crying because their king Jarasandh had been defeated and killed by Bhim, whereas Arjun and Krishna, Arjun is Jay, Achyut is Krishna, Jayachyutau Parirabhya, and Pujayam, they congratulated Bhim on his extraordinary deed and they embraced him, which means Ya Nisha Sarva Bhutanam Tasyam Jagrati Samyami. In this world, as Lord Krishna explains in Bhagavad Gita, what is a day for the materialist is night for the devotee. What is night for the materialist is day for the devotee. You see, there is the nightlife, especially in big cities like Manhattan. There are nightclubs. There are so many things people do at night. Nothing good happens during those hours. After 10 p.m., nothing good happens. There is no need for a devotee to be outside in restaurants, pubs, and other social gatherings, concerts, etc. There is no need. Nothing good happens. But the materialistic people are most active from 10 p.m. to 3 a.m. It's their Abrahma Murta. It's their non-spiritual time. It's their time to enjoy. But for the devotee, the Brahma Muhurta period starts after 3 o'clock. 3 to 8 o'clock. 3 a.m. to 8 a.m. That is the time where the devotees are engaged in their Krishna conscious practices, their spiritual practices. And that's when the materialists crash. That's when they finish their boozing, their illicit sexual activities, their intoxication, illicit sex, gambling, meat eating, and then they come and they crash in the mode of ignorance on their beds. That's when the devotee wakes up. So, what is a day for the materialist, 10 p.m. to 3 a.m., is night for the devotee. The devotee sleeps from 10 to 3 or 10 to 4. What is night for the materialist, which is morning time, 4 a.m. to 8, 9 a.m., they are sleeping and then they will wake up at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock in the morning. That is the time of awakening. When they are sleeping, the spiritualist is awake. Awake means the spiritualist is engaged. Ya nisha sarva bhutanam tasyam jagrati samyami tasyam jagrati bhutani sa nisha paschato mune. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, the Muni, the devotee, is very active when the materialists are sleeping, early morning hours, Brahma Muhurta. And the materialist is very active when the spiritualist is taking rest. That's just the nature of this world. Arjun is happy, Bhim is happy, Krishna is happy. And the non-devotees, they are lamenting. And the last verse for today, verse number 46. Sahadevam tattanayam bhagavan bhuta bhavanaha abhyash अमेयात्मा मगधानां पतिं प्रभुः मोचयामास राजन्यान् समृद्धा मागधेन ये. The immeasurable supreme personality of Godhead. Here, Krishna is called immeasurable. Aprameya Krishna. Krishna who cannot be measured. Aprameya Krishna. He's called Bhagwan, Supreme Personality of Godhead. And Ameya Atma means Aprameya. Ameya Atma, Aprameya, immeasurable Krishna. The immeasurable Bhagwan, Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, who is Bhuta Bhavanaha, who is the sustainer of all living entities. Krishna sustains Jarasandh. Krishna sustains the citizens of Magad. Krishna also sustains the Pandavas, the Yadavas, the residents of his Dwarkadham. Krishna sustains everyone. Samoham sarva bhuteshu name dveshtastina priya. Krishna sustains everyone. But because the devotees want to love Krishna, because the devotees want to serve Krishna, Krishna reciprocates with them. Because that is Krishna's principle. Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam sathaiva bhajamyam. As you approach me, I will reciprocate accordingly. You want to fight with me, I will fight with you. You want to cheat me, I will cheat you. You want to love me, I will love you. You want to serve me, I will serve you. Mad bhakta puja abhyadika. Carries Nanda Maharaj's shoes on his head. That is our Krishna, our sweet Lord. So Krishna, who is the sustainer of all living beings and the benefactor of all living beings. Krishna coronated Jarasandh's son Sahadev as the new ruler of Magad because Sahadev was a devotee. There was a difference between Jarasandh and Sahadev. The Lord then freed all the kings that Jarasandh had imprisoned. So many kings had been unnecessarily imprisoned by Jarasandh. Samruddha, Magadhena here. Magadhena means by Jarasandh. Mochayamasa, Krishna released them. Krishna is called Mukunda. Mukti Pradata Sarvesham Vishnu Revana Samshaya. Krishna will liberate all of us from this jail. Durga, this material world is also a jail. And Krishna will liberate us, release us from this jail, just like he released all the prisoners of Jarasandh. And he made Sahadev, the son of Jarasandh, as the new king, which is a very important lesson. It tells us that Krishna was not after Jarasandh's wealth or power or his prestigious position. Krishna was not attached to that, nor were the Pandavas, who are devotees of Krishna. Krishna gave it to the son. Why? Because the son was a qualified ruler. Why Jarasandh was killed? Because Jarasandh was unqualified to sit on the throne. Because he was not a devotee. In Srimad Bhagavatam, it is said, Guru na sasyat, swajana na sasyat, pita na sasyat. Guru na satsya, swajana na satsya, pita na satsya, janani na satsya, devay na satsya, na pati na satsya, namo chayetyo samupeta mrutyum. Bhagwan Rishabdev Maharaj in the 5th canto tells us that Guru na satsya, swajana na satsya, pita na satsya, janani na satsya, devay na satsya, na pati na satsya. Deva also refers to king. Deva means the controller, the administrator, the leader. Na satsya, devai na satsya, na mochayeto samupeta mrutyum. If you cannot deliver, liberate the people who are under your care, you have no right to become a king. You have no right to become a guru. You have no right to become a father. You have no right to become a mother if you cannot deliver your dependents to the lotus feet of Krishna. If you cannot save them from the repeated cycle of birth and death, na mocheta samupeta mrutyum. If you cannot save them from repeated birth and death, punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jatare sharanam, shayanam. Iha samsare bahu dustare, kripaya pare pahi murare. Only Murari, only Radha Murlidhar can save us from this material world. Mamevaya prapadyante, maya metam tarantite. न तद्भास्यते सूर्यो न शशांको न पावक यद गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते तद्धधाम परमम मम. If we attain Krishna's abode, तद्धधाम परमम मम, पुनर्जन्म naiti. माम उपेत्य तु पुनर्जन्म दुःखालयम शाश्वतम नाप्नुवन्ति महात्मना samsiddhim paramam gatam. If we attain Krishna, we don't have to take birth in the material world. So unless and until we can deliver our dependents to the lotus feet of Krishna, we have no right to become a spiritual leader. We have no right to become a demigod. We have no right to become a king. We have no right to become a manager. We have no right to become a father, a mother. Srimad Bhagavatam is saying, Krishna is saying, in the form of Shri Rishabdev Maharaj. One can take a leadership position if we can actually benefit our dependents in the truest sense. And Krishna is the real benefactor. Suridam sarva bhutanam. Therefore, we must follow Krishna. All leaders should follow Krishna. All leaders should connect their dependents to Krishna. Otherwise, we have no right. And Srila Prabhupada, whatever I said, I was just repeating what Srila Prabhupada has written in the purport. So very quickly, I will read what Srila Prabhupada has written in the purport, and then we will open it up for reflections. We have 15 minutes. Srila Prabhupada writes, quote, although Jarasandh was killed, neither Krishna nor the two Pandav brothers made a claim to the throne. Their purpose in killing Jarasandh was to stop him from creating a disturbance to the proper discharge of world peace. A demon always creates disturbances, whereas a demigod always tries to keep peace in the world. The mission of Lord Krishna is to give protection to the righteous persons and to kill the demons who disturb a peaceful situations. Therefore, Lord Krishna immediately called for the son of Jarasandh, whose name was Sahadev, not to be confused with the Pandav Sahadev. This is another Sahadev. And with due ritualistic ceremonies, Lord Krishna asked him to occupy the seat of his father and reign over the kingdom peacefully. Lord Krishna is the master of the whole cosmic creation, and he wants everyone to live peacefully and execute Krishna consciousness. After installing Sahadev on the throne, he released all the kings and princes who had been imprisoned unnecessarily by Jarasandh. Thus end the purports of the humble servants of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada to the 10th canto, 72nd chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled The Slaying of the Demon Jarasandh. And before I hand it over to Anand Bihari Prabhu, one last quick reflection. This verse also, this story also gives us a lot of hope that it doesn't matter where we are born, it doesn't matter what our background is, anyone can become a devotee. Sahadev's father was the wicked Jarasan, but still he became a great devotee. So it doesn't matter what our background is, our past doesn't matter. What matters is the present. Anyone can become a devotee. We see both examples. Prahlad Maharaj's father was Hiranyakashipu, wicked demon, but the son Prahlad became a great devotee. But Prahlad's son was not a devotee, Virochan. He was a demon, you see. And then Virochan's son Bali Maharaj again became a devotee. So we see this. Both the examples are there, which means Krishna consciousness is an individual choice. And we have to choose Krishna. So with that, I'll stop. Granthra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Yes, William Prabhu. Please go ahead.
What a wonderful class, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Haribo.
Thank you for your kind words.
I gotta shut this phone off. 1 minute. I just wanted to say that I'm very appreciative to Lord Sri Krishna for you, for the devotees, for his kind words, for I don't want to get emotional right now, but it's very hard not to get emotional. I used to call my family, and I call it Krishna's family, because the daughter and son I have, they don't belong to me. They belong to Krishna. And it took me a while to realize that I'm not this body. I'm the soul. I'm the spirit soul. And my children are a blessing from Lord Krishna. They're small little devotees. I'm supposed to bring them up into Krishna consciousness. But the class was absolutely wonderful. I wanted to just say the Bhima was the best among the fighters, and he grabbed the legs of the demon, indicating that Krishna was with him by laying the demon down on the ground. And you said that this is significant, I believe, for us as devotees who rely on Sri Krishna with their whole heart, whole mind, and vital energy. Because look at Lord Nrsingadev, Demon Slayer. Thank you so much for a wonderful class, Prabhuji.
Thank you, William Prabhu. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your heart with us. Hare Krishna. Anand Bihari Prabhu. can take over, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Adi Gadhahar Prabhu. Thank you, William Prabhu. Wonderful class. William Prabhu is always very sincere and vulnerable. Right. William Prabhu represents sincerity in this group. Right? He's doing what he's supposed to be doing the way he's supposed to be doing in the association of the devotees. William tunes in every day, hearing from the Bhagavatam regularly. William Prabhu, we feel very good about you. Thank you. Okay, Adi Gadhahar Prabhu, you mentioned how everyone should become a devotee. Everyone in the position of leadership should be a devotee, and Krishna should be in the center of their leadership service. And as devotees, sometimes we see that some devotees, sometimes on some occasions, they don't get along with each other. Does that have room in bhakti when there's a disagreement between the devotees? Both are sincere, both are trying to do their service as best as they can, but there's disagreement. How do we view those situations? Do we get discouraged, or we view it as something that's normal and expected?
Hare Krishna. Yes, it is expected, but also one has to see what is the disagreement about. So it depends on the individual situation. For example, we see in Ramayana when Vibhishan, the younger brother of Ravan, he comes to Ram to surrender to him, to become his devotee. Lord Ram, as the ideal leader, takes opinions of his leaders. He asks Jambavan, he asks Hanuman, he asks Sugriv, what are your opinions? And everybody gives different opinions. Some say, he's the younger brother of Ravan. How can we trust him? Maybe Ravan sent him. It's very dangerous. When nobody is watching, he might just stab you with a knife. What do we know? What his intentions are? Let's keep him with us. He has seen our army now, so let's not let him go back to Lanka. Otherwise, he will go and report to Ravan. Let's keep him, but let's put him in a prison. Let's lock him up. Some said, no, we should immediately kill him. He's Ravan's brother. Let's just finish him off. And then Lord Ram finally asked Hanuman, what is your opinion? Hanuman said, when I was in Lanka, I saw he's a pure devotee. So I think, Ram, you should accept him. And we should all accept him as our brother. But Anand Bihari Prabhu, now see the dynamics, see the subtlety here. Hanuman is a minister of King Sugriv. King Sugriv said, kill Vibhishan. Everybody's listening. The king of the monkeys, Sugriv, says, my opinion is we should kill Vibhishan, he's Ravan's brother. Hanuman, who is working under Sugriv, he's Sugriv's minister, is giving a completely different opinion. He's saying, no, let's accept Vibhishan. Both are devotees. Sugriv is sincere, Hanuman is sincere. Sugriv's intention in recommending the death for Vibhishan is to protect Ram. He doesn't want to take chances. He's Ravan's brother. What if he attacks Ram? Hanuman's intention behind his opinion is because he knows Vibhishan is a pure devotee. He's very sincere and he will prove to be a great asset in the war against Ravan in the future. So Hanuman has Ram's best interest in mind. Sugriv has Ram's best interest in mind also, yet both of them give completely different opinions. This type of difference of opinion is okay. It is possible. And as devotees, we should be able to reconcile, and Krishna gives the intelligence to reconcile. Lord Ramchandra said, Sugriv, I know you have my best interest in your mind, but I think Hanuman is correct. Look at Vibhishan's face. His face is so innocent. He's so sincere. Let's accept him. And in fact, Vibhishan turned out to be such a asset to Ram. He knew which physician would know the treatment for Lakshman when Lakshman was hit with the Shakti weapon. Vibhishan knew how to kill Ravan. He gave the hint to Ram. Shoot the arrow in the heart. You see? So without Vibhishan, winning the war would have been very difficult. Now, Hanuman won this debate, this argument. Hanuman won, and his opinion turned out to be the correct opinion. But that's not where the story ends, Anand Vihari Prabhu. What happened was, after the war, Sugriv promoted Hanuman, that he is my main advisor going forward. He is the one I am going to take advice from. He's so good, he's so intelligent. Sugriv could have felt offended by Hanuman. How dare he gives a public opinion which is completely contrary to my opinion? He's minimizing my position. He will make me unpopular in front of my army. Who knows? He may take over. He may do a political coup. Let me get rid of Hanuman. Let me transfer him to some other kingdom. Let me tell Ram, Ram, you like Hanuman so much, take him with you to Ayodhya. Keep him in Ayodhya with you. I don't need him in Kishkinda Kshetra. Sugriv didn't do that. Sugriv promoted Hanuman. So this is Vaishnav dealings, where we may have different opinions. One of us may be proved to be wrong, other one may be proved to be correct. We still get along because our intentions are pure. We have good intentions in our heart, opinion may be different. So this type of difference is okay. But sometimes, if some devotee is breaking the regulative principles, is acting out of false ego, is acting out of envy, and because of that there is difference of opinion, then we have to be very careful. Then it's a completely different discussion. Then the devotee who is acting out of envy needs counseling, needs guidance. Is that okay, Anand Vihari Prabhu?
Yeah, that's wonderful. Thank you, Prabhu. I'm so glad I asked you. Thank you. Yeah, Vaishnavas are always eager to glorify each other, even when they disagree. That's a wonderful takeaway. Thank you, Prabhu. Okay, Temple Room has hands up.
Hare Krishna. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, Prabhu. It's a little faint, but yeah, we can hear you.
Wonderful question. There are disagreements, but like you pointed out, there's two kinds of disagreements. If people are disagreeing about how to serve Krishna best, there's the left wing gopis, the right wing, they're both, it's a disagreement about how to serve Krishna. So it's a transcendental disagreement, not an ordinary disagreement, selfishly, me, no, me. Not a selfish disagreement. It's for how we're trying to figure out how to please Krishna. And these are not problems, these are lessons that Krishna has given. He puts a situation up that may seem perplexing to help us to learn and grow. Sometimes we have to learn how to be patiently, intelligently discussing so that we can actually come to a conclusion about what Krishna wants in this situation. And that takes maturity in devotional service. I've seen devotees disagree vigorously, but with affection and respect and a calm disposition, and they're trying to figure out how to please Krishna, and that's wonderful because there's love in it. Okay, oh, glory to Srila Prabhupada, how wonderful is Krishna that gives us these tests.
Okay, darshan time. Thank you, Adi Gadhahar, Prabhu. Jeffrey, please stay for the afterglow. We want to hear from you.
Sweet, Kancha. Sweet. Whoa. Every day, different devotee will Kancha. Every day, different Kancha.
Shri Radha Murida Gaur Chanjan Sima Bhagavan Ki Shri Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna. Welcome to the Afterglow. Jeffrey Eckler has his hand up. Ed.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Adi Gadhahar. Thank you. And I have a question that you may specifically have experience with, related to this concept of disagreement. When it's not between two devotees, but maybe between one devotee and two sides of their mind. And it relates kind of to regret in a way. And in your profession, I'm sure that you encounter those who question, why did I do this? Why did I do that? Kind of questioning. And I guess the question comes back to this idea that I may set out with the best intention to do something correctly or in the right, and then along the way become overcome by self-doubt or anger, even in the midst of doing something as pure as puja. I dropped the incense. Why can't I do this right, kind of thing. And so to your point about Krishna will tell us what to do, but we must do it. How do we proceed and maintain that integrity of action throughout the process of carrying out what we believe Krishna wants for us to do, so that we are not overcome by self-doubt or self-deprecating thoughts while we are pursuing that in our lives. Does that make sense?
Yes, yes. Jeffrey Prabhu. The question you are asking is very, very important for all of us on the path of bhakti. Because by reading Srimad Bhagavatam, reading Bhagavad Gita, we come to know what we are supposed to do. And then the determination, the grit, the fortitude, the patience, the consistency to keep going. That is where the real challenge is. And in order to keep doing it for the rest of our life, so we can attain the ultimate goal, is twofold. We have to adjust things internally, number one, and we have to adjust things externally. That's number two. Both these aspects are important. Internally, we should remember the verse of Srila Rupa Goswami in Nectar of Instruction. Utsahat nischayat dhairyat tat tat karma pravartanat, where Srila Rupa Goswami says, Utsahat nischayat dhairyat. We must have enthusiasm, and having enthusiasm to certain degree can be something voluntary. I choose to be enthusiastic. Prabhupada said, sometimes you may not feel enthusiastic, but we have to choose to be enthusiastic. Once my spiritual master, His Holiness Srila Radhanath Swami Maharaj, he had an abscess, and the abscess was on the backside, and it was actually beginning to cause early stage of sepsis. It had reached early stage of sepsis where Maharaj was having fever. His whole body was affected because of that abscess, and Maharaj had been traveling and preaching extensively. He just did not tell the doctors what's going on. And Maharaj was probably thinking, after this program, I will do it. And Maharaj was supposed to give a Prerana class. Prerana is a special class that is arranged in Shri Radha Gopinath Mandir in Mumbai, where unmarried boys between the age of 15 and 30 are invited. So it's like a class for bachelors. And there were more than several hundred boys who had assembled that day. And Maharaj was not feeling well. So some brahmacharis realized that Maharaj is not well, and they said, maybe Maharaj, you should take it easy. We will ask some other brahmachari to give the class. And Maharaj said, no, all these boys have come and it has been advertised and they have been waiting. I want to do my service. I'll go and do it. So Maharaj sat on the Vyasasan and no one could detect that Maharaj was not feeling well. He did wonderful kirtan, bhajan in the beginning. He gave a 2 hour long class and then did another half an hour of dancing kirtan. He was playing harmonium and everybody, all the boys were dancing. It was a wonderful kirtan. After everything was done, Maharaj sat there on the Vyasasan. Some boys came to meet, talked with Maharaj. Maharaj spoke with them. And then finally, after almost total 4 hours, 3.5, 4 hours, when all the boys went downstairs for prasad, Maharaj got up from the Vyasasan and was walking to his room, and Maharaj collapsed, unconscious. And then the doctors had to come, and then they found that on the backside, Maharaj had an abscess. So when Maharaj was asked that, Maharaj, why did you stretch yourself so much? Maharaj said that, what is the use of my life if I'm not able to serve? Srila Prabhupada is attracting, Radha Gopinath are attracting all these boys to their home. And as the host, I have to take care of them. I have to be a good host. If guests come and the host is not feeling well, the host will still go and take care of the guests. So Maharaj said, these are all Radha Gopinath's and Prabhupada's guests. And as the host, I had to take care of them. So enthusiasm is, Maharaj said, I was not feeling enthusiastic in the beginning. I was feeling unwell. But when I saw them, their sincerity, all of them had come and I sat on the Vyasasan, I got so much enthusiasm, I kept going for 4 hours. So enthusiasm is very, very much required. And if we don't feel enthusiastic, we have to literally force ourselves to be enthusiastic. So utsahat and nischay. Nischay means determination. I have given my vow to my spiritual master. I have promised Srila Prabhupada. I have promised Radha Murlidhar. I have promised Lord Gauranga. I have to do this. If we don't, then we are insincere and reckless. Reckless because we know what's going to happen if we turn away from Krishna. And insincere because we all have promised Krishna that I'm going to do this for the rest of my life. So utsaha means enthusiasm, nischaya means determination, and then dhairya. And this is often forgotten. Dhairya means patience. This is a world of fast food. Everything fast, everything quick. All these iOS upgrades, now iPhone 16, it's all about speed. This processor, that processor. We want everything fast. But bhakti doesn't work like that. It is a fast process, but patience is required. If you're going the Empire State Building, you want to go to the 108th floor, it's going to take time. And when you're standing in the elevator is going up, but you feel nothing is happening. In the beginning, there is a little jerk when the elevator starts, and then it's nothing. We are just standing in the elevator looking at each other. Is the elevator even moving? We don't feel anything. Similarly, in bhakti, in the beginning, when you start chanting for the first time, you start reading Prabhupada's books for the first time, you start hearing spiritual discourses first time, you feel the jerk. Oh, my life is changing. I have given up meat. I have given up alcohol. I have given up illicit sex. We feel the jerk. And then, as we spend time in Krishna consciousness, second year, third year, fourth year in Krishna consciousness, we feel nothing is happening. Am I even going up? Am I even making? Let me open the elevator door and see which floor I am. Can't do that. The elevator is taking you up. We just have to have patience. In some time, the door will open and we will have a nice view of Manhattan from the 108th floor of Empire State Building. So bhakti is like that. We may feel nothing is happening, but we have to be patient. Just keep doing it. Our commitment should be till my last breath. I will do it. As my final breath leaves my body, I will whisper Hare Krishna. That is our commitment. So patience is required. Utsahat nischayat dhairyat. Tat tat karma pravartanat. Sanga tyagat satovritti shadbir bhakti prasiddhyati. Srila Rupa Goswami gives 6 things in Nectar of Instruction. These 6 things are the internal environment and the external environment, both. Rupa Goswami describes. Utsahat nischayat dhairyat, enthusiasm, determination, and patience, Jeffrey Prabhu, is the internal adjustment we have to do. That's internal. Now, Srila Rupa Goswami talks about the external adjustments we have to do. Tat tat karma pravartanat, sanga tyagat satovritti shadbir bhakti prasiddhati. He says, externally we should avoid bad association. Sanga tyagat. Because imagine we are doing the right things in bhakti, but our association is not good. The people we call friends question us. Jeff, come on, man. You were so much better before. This is so much fun. You got to try this out. Come on, man. There's nothing to this. This is all just fiction, what you are doing. This is all mythology. Nothing. Have you seen God? Nobody has seen God. Just forget about it. If our association is going to discourage us, then we will lose our internal balance of enthusiasm, determination, and patience. We will become impatient, we will become unenthusiastic, and we will lose our determination. So we have to take care of the internal environment, but to protect and preserve the sanctity of the internal environment, we have to protect the external environment also, where we have to give up bad association. Tattat karma pravartanat. And tattat karma pravartanat means we have to follow in the footsteps of the previous great souls. So if you want to climb Mount Everest, it will be very helpful if you have a friend with you who has done it a dozen times before. That is the meaning of tat tat karma pravartana. Devotees who have attained success in Krishna consciousness, follow in their footsteps. Be with them. Trust them. Let them lead the way. And we follow. That is called tat tat karma pravartana. You're following them, following behind them. So and this is an external thing, that externally we are following them, we are following in their footsteps, taking guidance from them, avoiding bad association. So if the external environment and the internal environment, we take care in this way, following Srila Rupa Goswami's verse in Nectar of Instruction, then what you said, we will be able to do. We will be able to do what we are supposed to do the way we are supposed to do it. Because your question is very deep, Prabhuji, Jeffrey Prabhu. It applies to all of us. And to do what you asked in your question is the essence of life. That's what we are. That's why we are here in Bhakti Center for, to keep doing this nicely for the rest of our life. And we have to take care of the external environment and the inner environment. And whenever we detect that we are getting disturbed, that means we have compromised on one of these principles, and we should immediately become alert and do the needful. Take care. Take care of the external environment and the inner environment. Is that okay? Does that help?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, that's very helpful. I was listening to a lecture by Tamal Krishna Prabhu last night, and he said we are attempting to become Rupa Nuga Bhaktis. I feel you are well on your way. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Jeffrey. With your blessings. Hare Krishna.
Well, thank you. Jeffrey Eckler Prabhu is like Parikshit Maharaj, asking the right questions to the right soul in the proper state of mind. Thank you. Okay, it's 8:18, 8:19. We should be respectful of Krishna in the form of time. Thank you, Adi Gadhahar Prabhu. Wonderful class. Annabelle, Isaiah, do what you're supposed to do. Oh,
Can you entertain one more, please? Please.
Adi Gadhahar Prabhu.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Jeffrey Prabhuji, I lost my thought. Damn, I'm sorry. You answered his question. I wanted to ask you, do you initiate? Do you do initiations? I felt like when you were speaking directly to me like Guru. If I'm getting initiated by someone, it would be someone like you, Prabhuji.
Krishna. William Prabhu. No, I am just like you. I'm a beginner in the school of Bhakti. So please see me as your classmate. But there are qualified devotees, followers of Srila Prabhupada, who are doing that service of giving initiations. But I'm just your classmate, sitting next to you on your bench. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you. Annabelle, Isaiah, please. It's your turn. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, today's Yagya is over officially. Thank you very much, Adi Gadhahar. Thanks everyone on this call for participating. We love you. We need you. Thank you, Adi Gadhahar Prabhu. Wonderful elaboration on sincerity today. Thank you. You broke it up so nicely for us.